Tiffany and Brad here with Years of Ears, and it's this day in Disney for March 1st. And today we are talking about the opening of some really cool attractions. Back in 1999, Kali River Rapids, Disney's very first river type attraction, and Maharajah Jungle Trek opened over at Animal Kingdom.
How awesome.
Yes, for sure. It really adds a lot.
Both of those in Asia.
Those are in the Asian section of Animal Kingdom. Kali River Rapids is themed, of course, as a rafting expedition along the Chakranadi River, or Chakranadi River, and courtesy of Kali Rapids Expeditions. And then the Maharajah Jungle Trek takes guests on a tour through Anandapur Royal Forest, filled with a variety of exotic animals, including gibbons, black buck, fruit bats, elds deer, and Asian tigers. Of course, that's where the tigers are, over at Animal Kingdom.
Oh,
so
nice.
The trek, if you haven't been on it, is actually, if you're heading towards the Kali River Rapids, you go past it, and that's where the trek is.
And that's why I think a lot of people miss that. In fact, she says I've been on it, and I don't even recall it.
I've been on it. Of course you have.
Crazy. I mean, of course I've been on the rapids.
You have, and there's tigers back. That's the only place you see the tigers at Animal Kingdom. And then, of course, there's all sorts of things. There's like a bird enclosure that you can walk through.
Oh, nice.
And it's all themed. The Asian.
Do you know if that's where they keep the birds for the bird show?
No. Those are different birds. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I love Kali River Rapids. And I mean, one of the things about it is that it has, I think, one of the largest waiting or viewing areas, because so many people choose not to go on it. I mean, and people
get soaked.
Yeah, and people pack raincoats not just for Florida rain, but for actually this attraction. And one of the fun things about the River Rapids is that, and maybe this isn't the case right now in distancing, but previously, you would get seated with a number of other parties.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just, everybody always dropped their guards and we're having a great time together. You know, I always feel like you get into that situation and you're in it together, and you know, strangers become instant rapid friends. So,
yeah, for sure. It's definitely a fun ride, and you get, especially on a nice hot day, you get real wet and everything will get drenched.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It does. They have little sections in the middle with open up closed compartments to put your things in.
Yeah.
And it works pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it works very well. But
yeah,
everything's getting wet.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So this Asian themed expedition, actually you begin your experience wandering along a winding path that is lined with knee-high prayer shrines similar to those found in Nepal, and you'll pass rock-lined ruins amidst overgrown tree roots.
Why am I not going down this path all the time?
You are. Okay. You gotta pay attention. I think that's part of it. You guys really pay attention, because there's really cool theming on this particular ride, and you're so worried about...
Oh, you're talking about the rapids again.
Yeah, okay. The rapids. Yeah, so
once
you are on it, you know, you look around, because there's all these crumbling remnants of statues, and there's also these tall, giant cat statues, 15-foot feline statues. So, also when you enter the temple, there's sandals on the outside, because of course they wouldn't wear their shoes in the temple and things like that.
So many nuns.
Yeah, for sure. Hand-painted murals on the ceiling, each of which tells a legend of Bangkok.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So
no detail was spared.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if this was this Joe Rohde's time? I mean,
absolutely.
Okay, very good. But that brings us to some exciting news. While Joe Rohde announced his retirement from Disney, it was announced last week that he has taken a new position with Virgin Atlantic to be their first experience engineer for private flights to space.
Yeah.
So Joe Rohde is going to be imagining your experience into the atmosphere and beyond.
Right.
So, awesome.
And so I think that being said, and thinking of all the theming, not just on Kali River Rapids, but also with everything at Animal Kingdom, you know, he really led a big team of creative people to keep the theming so authentic and so real, and it feels that way. It does feel like you're in Asia when you know, ride Expedition Everest, when you go on Kali River Rapids, you know, when you go on the trails. And I don't know if that's something a lot of people spend enough time on, but these trails are amazing, and they do give you that feeling of this particular, the Maharajah Trail. If you get these cool little, you know, bird houses. They're actually kind of big, and they look straight out of, you know, Thailand. They're so well done. There's art. There's so much to see. Every time you go on them, there's going to be something a little different that you see.
Absolutely.
It's really cool. It's just themed so well. And the animals, of course, and the tigers and all the different animals. Plus, you have so many wonderful cast members there who can tell you about the animals. And I like it better than maybe, you know, going to a zoo, because the cast members are there, and like when you go in the bird area, they're all interactive, and it's a whole section, and you know, you're there with them. And then when you go to see the tigers and things like that, there's cast members, and they're going to take time to talk with you and answer your questions. Yeah. And so, you know, you just spend a lot of time, and we really don't spend enough time on the trails.
Two fantastic attractions, both touched by
you go
Joe Rohde
on the rapids, and I'll go on the trail.
There you go. That's how it is. I mean,
well, no.
I mean, I'm gonna be on this trail now. I mean, for sure.
I have watched you guys ride it and taken pictures, and I have been on Kali River Rapids, but I tend to not want to do this ride so much. But
fantastic Asia legacy. Yeah. Thank you, Joe Rohde, and gone from Disney, but not forgotten, and taking us to space. Yeah. So space is the place.
Oh, for sure. So hopefully you guys ride Kali River Rapids. Do you like to ride it? And have you been on the Maharajah Trail? Tell us about it. These are great places to visit at Animal Kingdom if you haven't been, especially to the trails. Of course, go check them out. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.